is my first knit sweater. This is my second knit sweater. And this is my in-progress sweater. I made 3 big mistakes with this sweater, but I got 2 things right. Will it get frocked or will it get styled? I have some confessions to make. I play Yarn Chicken, and I played that game with this sweater. I've only bought 3 skeins of this super expensive Malabrigo's Rio hand-dyed wool, and it was so expensive. I used an Amazon gift card to buy it. I would have not bought this with my own money, but man, this feels so good. So I'm glad I bought it, but I should have bought one more skein. And I played Yarn Chicken with this sweater. That was mistake number 1. That's part of why this sweater is so cropped. So cropped. But I made another common beginner knitter mistake. All my crocheters out there, who's actually knitting gauge swatches? Who's knitting them? I mean, who's crocheting them? But it's a good idea, and I did not do that for this sweater. So it turned out like this wide, which I'm actually fine with because I like baggy sweaters. So I like that it turned out wide and it all worked out. Another mistake I made was oh yeah, this one, twisted stitches. It's a common mistake. And originally, this was going to be the back of the sweater, but this was going to be the front of the sweater, but this whole panel is twisted stitches, which they look cool, but it was not my intention. So those are the 3 mistakes I made with this sweater. First thing I got right with the sweater was learning how to knit. If you are into crocheting and you're addicted to crocheting, if you crochet for hours and hours, you should give your hands a break by learning how to knit. That's what I did. The second thing I got right with the sweater was, since I'm a little beginner knitter, was choosing a pretty yarn to make up for the fact that I'm a beginner knitting. Those are the 2 things I got right with this sweater. Even though this sweater has imperfections, it's my first knit sweater, which makes me sentimental about it, but I also like it because I do wear it. So here's the 2 ways I style it. High-waisted pants, or high-waisted skirts. It's so cropped, so the only way it doesn't look really silly is with some pretty high-waisted bottoms. This is my second knit sweater, and honestly like my first sweater more. I made 2 of the same mistakes, which was not knitting gauge swatch and playing Yarn Chicken, but I have a good excuse for the Yarn Chicken. This is some awesome baby llama yarn that I found at Tuesday Morning. Super discounted. It was like $3 or $4 a skein when the original price was like $15 or $16. And they only had some left, so I bought all that they had left. And it was only approximately 500 yards, but I read on the Reddits that baby llama and alpaca will grow a lot, so I was hopeful that this would turn out okay. It looks like this. It just feels kind of frumpy, and it honestly looked better to me before I added the sleeves, so I honestly think I'm gonna frog this and turn it into a sweater vest. It's also my first V-neck, which I just followed a YouTube tutorial for that. But once it's frogged, I think it'll be styled. This is my 3rd in progress sweater. The yarn is like Dream Color Wool from Hobby, and the colors are absolutely magical. So magical. Chaotic, pixie, forest girl vibes. But I made a mistake for the third time in a row. But you know, after 3 times, I think I won't make this mistake again. I didn't knit a gauge swatch, and I actually started making a sleeve. I got like this fur down and decided I wanted this sweater to be about as wide as this one for more oversizedness. So that's what I was knitting at the very beginning of this video to add more width to these panels here. But besides that, I'm super excited for this sweater. Will not be frogging it. I absolutely love the colors so much. Thank you for watching my video. It was very fun to make. Bye.